Hey guys, Josh here from Mixing Mango. So there's two things I want to talk about in this video. The first thing is the prestige poll results, and the second thing is the changes to the death system, because I touched on that yesterday, but there's been a lot of feedback on that video. I think a lot of people dislike the death system. A few do like it. I personally do like the new system, but I just wanted to kind of like address like why they kind of wanted to do that and my opinions on it. But the first thing is the poll results. So 60% of players voted against the prestige system, which is I was one of the players that voted against it. I didn't want it, which is good. The thing is, the poll was more about either would you want it, or the no option was we're not going to just scrap the whole idea, we're going to change it. So we will see the prestige system in some form eventually, or maybe not the prestige system, but sort of some kind of high level update relating to XP, I guess, because they're going to sort of change the prestige system based on player feedback. But the main thing I want to talk about is the new death system. So like I said, I personally like it. I think it was a really good idea, and I just want to like give my opinions on that in a bit more detail than how I did yesterday. So the first thing is it creates a money sink, and quite a good one at that. I mean, so you can protect 5 items now maximum. Normally, if you don't have protect item or the scrimshaw protection, I think it is, you can protect 3. Most people protect 4 because they'd have protect item on. So I think you can normally have like a maximum of 8 degradables on at one time. So half of them will degrade when you die, which means you're going to have to spend money to repair them. But the thing is, it's not really costly. Like, so stuff like bandos doesn't degrade, so really for sort of like medium level players with bandos, it doesn't really affect them. If you've got next sets, you should be able to make a good amount of money, and so you should be able to make the money for repairs. That shouldn't really affect you. So I don't really see the problem in, like, it's not really cutting into cost that much. So really, like, I don't think the money sink side of it is a problem, because it's just not costly. I think the main thing about the update that I like is it just puts more risk into PVM once again. So if you look at old school, if you go to bandos or any of the God Wars bosses and die, you'll protect 4 items at most, and you'll lose everything else on you. You've got like very little chance of getting it back, especially if you're soloing. If you're in a team, then people could pick it up, but aside from that, you're probably not going to get your items back. And the thing with this update is it's not like it used to be the PVM was risk-free and now they're making it more risky. It went from risky to risk-free, and now it is a bit more risky again. Because the thing is, like, at Nex, I could be tanking, and on like Zaros phase, Nex has got like 3k health left, I'm on like 1k health, and I might just decide to make it a bit more fun. I'll just risk it, try and get the kill without eating, and I'll probably end up dying. But the thing is, before the update, I could do that. I know that my teammate's probably going to get the kill, and I've got absolutely no risk at all, because I'll just run back to my grave, pick up everything, and continue on as normal. But now it's like, if I want to do that, I'm actually going to have to pay some money to be able to do that. So it just puts more risk into it. It means you got to really know what you're doing at bosses so you don't die, if you don't want to pay that repair cost. So I just don't really see a problem with that. It's like, if you're dying a lot at a boss, it probably means that like you're not in the right gear, or you're too low a level, which just kind of promotes training, if anything. So for like high level PVMers, it's really not going to affect you. Even at stuff like Virago, it is more risk, like there is more risk involved, but if you've got a good team, it's very unlikely you're going to die. And even if you do, the chance of getting like a 300 mil split on the seismic ones or something just kind of outweighs the pros of dying at Virago. So I don't really see a problem there. And the final thing about the update is there is one thing I would like them to change, and that is make it so non-repairable armor isn't affected by this, or at least make the penalty a lot less harsh, because 20% on Tectonic. Actually, I've heard that it's 10% on Tectonic. I haven't tried this out because I don't really want to lose like money on Tectonic, but I've heard it's only 10% on non-repairable armors. But even that is quite a lot, because for Tectonic it's like, let's say it's 100 mil. If you die every time, you're losing 10 mil, which, I mean, yeah, it's putting risk into it, but it is just a bit much considering you can't repair it. Maybe 5% would be slightly better, but I don't know. I'm not sure if they will change that. And it's just, I mean, again, it is fairly hard to die in Tectonic, to be quite honest. Like at Next, it doesn't hit you a lot when you're in Tectonic, so I guess it doesn't matter too much. You just really got to try and not die. Just keep high HP and don't risk it anymore as much, because then you will have to pay some money. The other thing about this though is, if you take off like all your degradables before you die, then it means that the stuff in your invent doesn't degrade. So really, if you know you are going to die, then you might as well just take off your gear, or at least make it so you've only got 3 or 4 degradables left like equipped, and then like you won't have to pay any repair costs if you die. So there are kind of ways around it, but it does create a small money sink, which is always good. If people are put off PVMing from this update for some reason, then it will actually make items rise, hopefully, which is very nice as well. But I mean, that is all I really wanted to say. That is my opinions on the update. Feel free to leave yours down in the comments on this new death system, but I do really like it. I think it definitely puts more risk into PVM and was really a needed update, because while they can't make it so you lose all your stuff because people just lose too much, it was way too easy. There was no risk involved in PVM at all, so this is really putting some back, which is definitely a good thing in my opinion. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you later.